Is a beautiful day?
I'd say beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice enough. It is a little chilly, but not terrible. We are joined once again by Randy, who is feeling better.
Hello.
He's having a little bit of illness this weekend. But we are here, and we're in the middle of the village, and Randy's going to take us on a little trip to some of his favorite places. No pressure, of course.
No pressure.
But we're going to... Oh.
Except when there is pressure.
Except when there is pressure. That's good. But we're going to head off, and we hope you enjoy joining us. And we're going to go for a little spot.
Lovely.
So where should we start?
Well, we're here at Church in Maitland, which has the rainbow crosswalks, of course.
Yes.
And I would argue that Church in Maitland is actually the center of the gay village.
Center of the modern village,
Yeah,
for sure.
not Church in Wellesley.
No.
There has been...
Hello, Juanita.
I know that we've talked about it in the past on other walks, but the shape of the village has really changed. It used to be more to the west in the 1980s along Yonge Street. And then 2 decades ago, it used to be more north of Wellesley.
Yeah, because there used to be more like by Wellesley Station, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And more over by... Because now it just kind of feels like it goes to Church in Wellesley, and that kind of feels like the end of it, mostly.
Well,
especially now that Out on the Street's moving down.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hi, Yoshi. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that across the street, the combined Korean restaurant in one half, Second Cup in the other.
Yep.
That used to be the drag restaurant Zelda's.
Which was fantastic.
It was.
I once competed there for a best butt contest.
Oh, you too?
I did. I didn't win.
Yeah. Glad Day's old location
Hello,
is
Harshad.
being
Good to see you.
taken over. I think it's going to be made into a Korean restaurant.
Yes, I heard that. I had someone take great offense to the fact that it wasn't going to be a queer establishment. I'm just like, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it is nice that we do have understory up here now, which is nice.
I agree.
There's wistful thinking there, which is good as well.
It is a key component. The cheese bread is...
Oh my god, the pull-apart monkey bread? Forget about it. So good.
You're like developing a profile. People think you're making.
Pizza is always still here.
Yes, pizza never goes away, no matter how much we try.
Someone
There's,
needs
of
the
course,
lowest...
understory.
Yeah,
Lovely little space.
indeed. Someone needs the lowest common denominator of pizza.
Yes.
3 o'clock in the morning.
That they do. Sometimes necessary, sometimes not.
Passing by Dudley's Hardware, which I suppose will be the northernmost outpost of the village after Out on the Street moves.
I suppose so.
Well, and the 519.
Arguably the 519. But like the 519 is...
It's kind of lost a lot of its queer relevance.
Yeah.
And by kind of, I mean I think has.
I think all of it at this point. Still inclusive, technically, on paper.
Technically. In
But
practice.
it does kind of feel like it's more of the one situation.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
And Stormcrow, which perfectly valid. It's great fun, but it's
Not exactly a queer destination.
possibly queer addincts.
There's a certain queer codedness to that, for sure.
Yes. Or at least enough to be understood.
Yeah. And then of course the Out on the Street building.
Yeah.
I still don't know how they're going to fit the whole store in there. But I will be surprised when it happens.
Well, it is wider and deeper, and there are going to be sales on the main floor. By the Grace McKinnis Cooperative, one of the housing cooperatives, celebrating its 50th anniversary.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did hear a trick to potentially get a longer battery life off of my phone.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that goes a long way. but we'll see. And as I always like to point out, this was the building I used to live in. I was up there at the very edge in the corner. Small enough rooms. Like it looks like it's a building, and then you look at it, it's just like, oh, it's a very skinny building. And each of these units only has like one space on each floor. Well, that was interesting.
That would be.
What was the trick for extending battery life? To turn off my Wi-Fi as I'm walking. So I'm hoping that goes a long way. But we'll find out. Knowing me, it'll just immediately crash and burn. But yeah, it's funny because as I was leaving, I was just kind of hitting a stride with re-editing my script for everything.
Okay.
Poison and Pixie actually were there for the preview show, and I got a lot of feedback on it. And it was, feedback was positive, asterisk, but it gave me a lot of things to work on, so it's actually really good when I come back to it.
Good.
So. And Poison, if you and Pixie aren't doing anything tonight, you should come to Gay Station. It's a fun time. Hello, Marcus. How are you, my love? It is good to see you. That's a real one. It also reduces lag connectivity issues. You won't accidentally hop on public Wi-Fi with shitty connection. Yeah, that's true.
True.
Just got to see how it goes from here. And also just turning battery saver on as soon as I start trending. Of course. My director messages me now as I'm streaming.
Oh.
Looks like I'm not late to the party this time. Not at all, Marcus. 'Tis good to see you.
Hi, Marcus.
So the idea today is Randy's going to show us around. Or not. We can also just walk around and not put any pressure on Randy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to perform for you.
Yet.
He's not a trained SEAL. Trained Navy SEAL, yes. But not the regular type.
I told you we can't talk about that.
Oh, right. Darn. Well, if I don't stream tomorrow, it's because Randy has killed me.
Ah, well.
That's fine.
Yeah. We are walking along Upper Church Street.
Yep. I am very excited to see what happens with the pedestrian blocks.
Oh yeah, I like it. I
think it's such a natural fit for the area. It's a great idea. It's going to be great for like anyone who wants to sell things in the street.
Oh.
I might go out with my books. Just be like, please take these.
Yeah. Like, well, certainly, I think we've both seen in Montreal how the pedestrianization of St. Catherine in the middle of the gay village did a lot of good things.
I have never been to Montreal's gay village.
Oh, well, I can say that I have been there and on a few occasions, and yeah, the pedestrianization worked.
Is this the cutest puppy you've ever seen?
Oh,
This could be the cutest puppy you've ever seen.
it could be.
Please boop. You know the rule. We cannot boop live animals. Guaranteed those guys can't walk anywhere without people being like, can I pet your dog? Duck-billed platypus. You know what? If it was stuffed, that would be fair game. Did you want to go along Bloor?
How about we go along Bloor?
All right. Hello, Otterly. You have my permission. Well, thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will say, at this point, I think today, no, it's in a week or two, marks something like my 200th stream.
Congratulations.
I am a dog owner. He would love that. Do we have a purpose? Today's purpose is to do things on porpoise.
Yeah. Just walking.
I came up with a pun, and Randy wanted to walk. I wanted to walk with Randy. We had no plan today. We should have. But this weekend, I was in a funk, and Randy was in a... Well, you weren't feeling well.
I was drugging myself for health reasons. And
Yes.
Not COVID. Not nice.
Good afternoon, Neville. Good to see you again. But yeah, at this point, I've been kind of like... My tourism side of this hasn't done well.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure out how I can advertise that, but also how much can I really advertise before I go away and I do my fringe tour. So hard to say, hard to do.
Complications.
Things are tricky is what I'm saying. But I don't know, once I'm back in, well, technically I'm not really back until most of the way through September. And then by then it's almost October.
Well,
That'll be fun. That's what I'm saying. Everything is fun. We're fine. Things are fine.
fun is
We're totally fine.
fun and fine is good. In the meantime, I would like just to note how the stone, like the classical limestone here, or of the manufacturing life insurance building,
It is a
or
beautiful
of Bloor
building.
Street, or Bloor Street United Church behind us right now, how that actually works pretty well with the concrete of a lot of the brutalist buildings.
Absolutely.
Like, it does fit.
It's very Notre Dame-like.
Very
in
Notre
its well.
Dame-like. But the cathedral.
Oh, I will say, as a little victory,
Yeah.
I have already sold 5 tickets to my show.
Yay.
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 That almost pays for half of a trip down. Sorry, quarter of a trip down.
Oh, well, that's something.
Notre Dame from Timu? Very much so. Has Randy seen the movie The Brutalist? Wouldn't be surprised.
I have not.
Okay.
My-
It was the one that was last year, I think?
Okay.
God, I couldn't even tell you what... I know what movie won this year, but I could not tell you what movie won the Oscar this year. God, I remember the Oscars just used to be such a big, important event. And now nothing feels like events anymore. Nothing feels important.
Oh, no. I mean,
So it's just like, where do you mine things from importance from?
well, yeah, I mean, like, even when I watch the CBC Evening News at night, watch it off the YouTube live stream, like, the collapse of mass media as a common form really has hit things, and a lot of things I find out only through other people. Like, for instance, the new movie Mother Mary with Anne Hathaway. I only know that because,
Of the song?
I mean, they're catchy songs.
Wait, has the movie come out?
The 24th.
Okay.
The soundtrack has been released already.
Which is probably the best advertisement they could have done.
Oh, yeah.
But here's my thing. I feel like the one last thing that will always hold out as like the thing that forces you to get up and interact is theater, which is why it's the one thing that most people won't engage with. Because even sports events you can catch on repeat, you can catch on camera.
Right.
Theater demands that you be there at a specific time for a specific reason with other people to see a specific thing. So, Oscar winner one battle after another. Okay, never mind. I didn't know what the movie was that won the Oscar this year. I don't even think I've heard of that one.
What is it?
One battle after another?
I have not heard about that.
Right? And just like you figure, the only movie I think I actually heard about from the Oscars this year would have been Weapons.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Oh, that's putrid. Oh, that was gross. That smell hit me like a bus.
I'm happy my sinuses are clogged then.
Oh God, yeah, that was real bad.
Yeah. So here we are coming to Bloor and Sherborne.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Oh, I think I might have vaguely recalled it. It was like retired con, his daughter's in trouble, he has to go save her.
I know Wicked wasn't nominated. And I was just like, that seems, well, whatever, it's fine. Paul Thomas Anderson. Okay. As someone who is in like the theater world, I'm just like, I don't. Okay, One Battle After Another is a 2025 American action comedy thriller film. Written, directed, and produced by Paul Thomas Anderson. It is inspired by the 1990 novel Vineland by Thomas Pynchon. Cool. I just like, I still don't think, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's one that I will have to pretend to care about at some point. I still haven't seen La La Land. And that seems like a movie that would have been right up my alley.
I like La La Land. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Good musical.
I like when it won the Oscar for 5 minutes. Actually, I guess it was closer to 1 minute, or 1 minute 30 seconds.
So here we are at Bloor and Sherborne. So this is the start of one of the sharper contrasts, as we've mentioned. To the north is Rosedale, the neighborhood dating from the early 19th century, protected from the rest of the city by the deep ravine. On the other side, we have St. Jamestown, one of the northern extensions of Cabbagetown, which was not where the elites of Toronto and Upper Canada lived from the early 19th century on.
Hello, Pierre. Good to see you. La La Land, notably featuring star of Breaker High, Ryan Gosling. It's true. It's true. No one can argue that that's the fact. That's what everyone knows him from.
Thank you.
I will never miss a chance to remind people that Breaker High exists. I'm the same way with Clone High, with Miller and Lord. Ironically, also starring their new movie, Project Hail Mary. Ironically, also starring star of Breaker High. Ryan Gosling. But after they brought back Clone High for seasons 2 and 3, I'm just like, this was not good.
There was a big drop off in quality, wasn't there?
It was off a friggin' cliff. Literally just off a cliff. Hey Dad, how are you doing today? And good to see you. Well, hello Trance. Are you my new godson that I have to grandson? I've got at least one now.
Lovely.
Oh yes. Technically, you are one of my walk children.
Yes, we've established.
Yes. Hello, Alex. It's good to see you, buddy. I am currently sharing the screen with Randy.
Hello. Yeah.
I wonder if my ex still lives in that building. It's a nice building. Like, give credit where credit's due.
And you like Glen Road? It's a short little street.
Yeah.
It still gives you an idea of what this part of Toronto would have been like. Small apartment buildings like before the program that led to the construction of St. Jamestown in the 50s and 60s. Much more human scale.
My taste probably sucks, but I didn't hate Clone High season 2 or 3. I didn't love it either. Season 2 wasn't great. Season 3 was good, but it still wasn't anywhere near the quality that like season 1 was. Season 1 will go down as probably one of the best seasons of television ever, point blank period. One of the few ones to get it super right out the gate. It was Clone High. I would argue Firefly did that. Do you have any other shows that are like pitch perfect from the get-go? Maybe only lasted one season?
Huh.
Undergrads was rough. The Undergrads could have gone for another season and got stronger. I remember for years it was undergrads versus Clone High. What was the one that you enjoyed more?
Me, I don't think
Cowboy Bebop. Oh, fair enough. I haven't actually seen that one, but I heard it's good.
Yeah. Walking by the Anglican Church of St. Peter and St. Simon the Apostle, that's actually a product of a recent merger. Very nice
90210, perfect from the get-go. Okay.
90210.
The original, I'm guessing. Not any of the million remakes. Because, like, you even look at shows. Sometimes, even reality shows take a season or two to get good sometimes. You know what else had a perfect first season? Final Space. Final Space does not get enough love, but that's a really good one. The seasons after actually aren't as good as the first season. Still good, but not as good.
Final Space. I don't recall that one.
Oh, Final Space is so good. It was all about a guy named Gary, and he's essentially... It's very kooky and zany. But it's like Rick and Morty if Rick and Morty was like more... I don't want to even say upbeat, but just kookier.
Okay.
Shaking. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Neville. Did anyone see Batman the Animated Series? Oh, perfect. Batman the Animated Series was just perfect throughout.
Yep.
Never made it through Final Space. I keep running out of steam, season 3-ish. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, Batman. I have seen that one, and it was very good storytelling.
I agree.
Classic animation, good storylines, great characters.
Did you know that Batman the Animated Series introduced Harley Quinn?
I know that. Originally, it was just going to be a bit part, and then everyone realized, and one thing led to another.
Yep, and now she is one of, if not the biggest, well, certainly one of the biggest Batman names out there, for sure.
I would say, definitely one of the biggest DC characters out there.
Yeah.
I mean, she has headlined multiple movies.
Yep. What a character evolution.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, she was actually perfectly played by Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Margot, she did a great job.
Will I say she fully embodies the character in a way that I wanted her to? Maybe. Oh, do you remember the TV series Birds of Prey?
Dimly.
It lasted for
Dimly. Yeah, like Catwoman, Oracle, and Harley.
Yeah. It was Huntress, Oracle, and Black Canary. And Huntress was the daughter of Batman and Catwoman.
Yes, one of the parallel.
Shall we cross?
We shall cross. And yes, this is a badly constructed intersection, I think.
It truly is awful.
Yeah, so this is where Bloor bends into alignment to connect to the Danforth. Yeah. So,
Birds of Prey, I remember the Birds of Prey TV series. I thought it was the best thing in the world. Oh. And after, I dare not rewatch it again and be proven wrong. But yeah, I suspect I would be.
I suspect.
What do you care to show folks?
Yeah, so Parliament Street down that way.
Yes. There's a Randy.
Hello.
So we're heading over to Danforth?
Sorry?
Heading to Danforth?
Heading to Danforth.
Delightful. Castle Franklin.
Oh, yes. Yes, in a different timeline, we'll be walking in the heart of the city towards the house of the provincial governor, away from the street leading to the Parliament, but Toronto went a different route.
So what area of this what area would this have been?
Well, this would have been
because Toronto would be downtown, Yorkville would have been up there.
Yeah.
So what area would
this would probably be very high-end residential and commercial, because remember Castle Frank, which was like the mansion built for the first governor,
Yeah.
right up here. So this would probably be, I don't know, like Queen's Park, but much ravinier and also much more powerful.
Fair.
But yeah,
Whoa, that is a towable car right there.
a Volvo. Huh.
Don't
I
see
like
many,
it.
Don't see many of those around.
I don't think I've seen one of those around.
Take a look at that one.
So looking down at Rosedale Valley Road.
So we walked along that last time.
That is the case.
We are coming up to the next bridge. Classic car, right? Like, that's a vintage car, but I don't mean that in, like, the positive way.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, that car vintage.
Yeah, and actually, you can get a good idea as to how steep the ravines can be just looking here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the ravines of Toronto are not shallow.
No. Just to give a sense of how steep the walls actually are. You take a tumble there, you're going down. There was a time when Volvos were built to last forever and ever.
Yeah.
And that one is.
It has. I wonder
It
what
has done its part.
it can rest now.
Yes.
Although I do wonder what its fuel efficiency is.
No. It's just called no.
Ah, fair. Yeah.
It is nice to go out and just see like leaves on trees, flowers blooming.
Green.
Spring has sprung. Spring is here.
It is springing.
Love Woody's. Fair enough. Fair enough. It is a good bar. Actually, it's
yeah.
not a great bar. It's a good bar. Woody's has heritage, at least, if nothing else.
True.
It's funny looking back and seeing the old episodes of Queer as Folk
Uh-huh.
and being like, Woody's was once a quiet enough bar that they had a pool table.
Yeah.
Blows your mind, doesn't it?
It does.
Good afternoon, Glenn. It's wonderful to see you today. We are currently making our way past Castle Frank.
Indeed.
Older cars have lacked in fuel efficiency. People could repair them and drive away with a wrench and a few tools. That is true.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much of our technology we cannot repair ourselves these days.
Oh, yeah.
They used to have two movies film night. I miss it. 2 movies. Okay.
Okay.
What car is a classic for you? Mine are the 1968 Dodge Charger, the recent Chevy Camaro, and the old 70s and 80s Corvettes. I don't know. What would a classic car? I don't really know cars at all.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like if there is a person you should ask. I'm not the complete opposite of that person, but
Yeah. I mean, I like the Beetle. I think the Beetle is always interesting.
Beetle was cute, and I suppose, sure, Corvettes. I mean, Prince sang about them. Maybe a Ferrari. I couldn't name brands, I'm afraid. Oh, like specific types.
Fair. Corn Stars Night. Oh, I see, Christopher. I got you. I'm joining a bit late, so I apologize if this is a repeat. Michael Ondaatje wrote in The Skin of the Lion, where the building of the Bloor Viaduct was a plot point in the story. Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, that is actually a bit of a thing.
Yes.
And the viaduct is a key part of Toronto's history.
One of the few moments where they actually looked ahead to the future and said, there will be metro here. let's build for Metro.
Let's build a second layer underneath. Yes, so as we're walking along on the surface area, trains will be running below.
Kind of the same thing we see now in the Cherry Street bridges.
Yeah, planning for the future. And of course, distress center signs because, at least until the construction of the luminous veil, the viaduct has a bit of an unfortunate history.
Why is this? The jumpers.
The jumpers.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you know what? I like the luminous veil. I think it doesn't take away from the bridge, and at night, the changing light patterns are quite lovely.
It does actually look very pretty.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of what they have actually managed to do with it. I do wish it worked completely all the time.
True.
It doesn't seem like it's a huge priority for them to fix it. But for what it is, I still think it's very nice. It works really well. You can understand why it's there as a piece. But they really just do a good job of it. It's literally just lots of bars during the day. But at night, it gives an ethereal, almost spooky quality to it. But at the same time, comforting.
Well, light in the dark. Which is a metaphor that works on a lot of levels, I think.
Fair. 1978-79 Z2BC. All right, Glenn. Fair enough. I met Luke Evans, not the singer, Dreamy in person. Well, that's good. I don't think I know who that is.
Oh, actor.
He says not the singer, so I guess it's actor.
Yeah.
Over there you can see Riverdale Park East.
Yes, that
looking
is
super green and pretty.
Oh, yes.
And look down here. You can actually see the trees are actually fully blooming now. Let's see. Look at that. Can't even get... There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. And you can see the rail line below, part of the GO system, I believe the Richmond Hill line. Currently doing some repairs, so...
There you go. See them doing some construction down there for whatever the line's going to be.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is not the future Metro line, because that has to be a bridge, right?
Yeah, that's the Richmond Hill line.
Yes.
GO Transit. Although I was on a Via train that once had a detour that way.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can even see, not quite blocked by the emerging green, the Don River itself.
Yep.
Poor Don River, still around.
Still doing its best.
Despite everything we've done to it again and again.
And will continue to do.
Oh, yeah.
Name is dead wrong. Brett Evans. I don't think I know Brett Evans.
I do not.
Well, I'm glad that you got to meet them. It's always nice to meet your heroes.
Indeed.
As long as you don't actually find out who they are and realize that they're all terrible people.
True.
Too bad that the other bridge in the north of the Don Valley Parkway, the one connecting Don Mills to Pape, wasn't built with the ability to have subway run underneath it. You figure they would have learned that lesson. But doesn't mean that it can't happen in the future.
No. Retrofits are possible.
Yes. Tricky, but possible.
True.
Mustang Cobra. Ooh, I think I know what one that is. Classic sports cars. Wasn't a Stingray a car once?
It sounds like it probably was.
Yeah. I remember seeing a picture of that one and being, I think that's the one that I was just like, oh, that's super fancy. I like that one.
Yeah, like, I mean, Stingray does sound like that would be a name.
Yeah.
that they would pick for a sports car.
So there's the Dawn.
Yes,
Mustang Cobra.
quiet flows the dawn.
Oh,
When you can see the CN Tower,
Yeah.
the financial district peeking out.
love the Firebird card. Good to know.
Oh yeah.
Nice little place to take a little.
I would agree.
That bridge was better off having the planned Don Mills Transit City LRT line running anyway. Fair enough.
Transit City was an idea they needed to do more of, I think. Because I don't know if you've been doing that. I have. Have taken subway rides and enjoyed the ability to
Transfer between lines?
transfer between lines, multiple, go up from one line to the other. There's not just one big west-east line, there's two.
Yes.
Multiple points of transfer. You can, it feels like being in a big city.
Just about. It does help. The funny thing about the Eglinton line is it really does help the outskirts of Toronto connect.
Oh, completely.
And then just like, it's nice to have that kind of flexibility and freedom
Yeah.
come about in a way that's easy and natural for them. I'm glad everyone there kind of had the same idea. Free Palestine, free Palestine. A lot of those popping up.
Oh.
Ooh, a hawk.
Oh.
We're actually like right level with it, if you can see that.
Yes, I can.
Barely.
Barely. It's the
But, like,
bright white.
It's bigger when you look at it through your eyes instead of through a camera.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs are cool, especially hawks.
Oh, yeah.
Hawks and eagles.
Mm.
And you know what? Geese to a lesser extent, but just as vicious.
I like the pigeons.
Pigeons are also nice. They're the gentle ones. They're what, like... Pigeons are like the Compsognathuses of today.
The what?
The Compsognathuses?
Oh, okay.
They're like the little ones that opened up Jurassic Park: The Lost World. The tiny ones that eat the girl.
Oh, okay.
Not eat her, but like sample her.
Ah. Well, I like the corvids and the parrots.
Yes. No shortage of good options.
Yes. And we're passing by. Now here we are on the other side.
Yes. And how has the city changed from here?
How?
Well, when did the Danforth come into its own?
Well, the
really?
viaduct was only in the 1930s.
Yeah.
One of the big Great Depression era public building projects. And until that happened, we talked about in Riverdale walks further down, the Toronto did cross over the Don in the late 19th century, but it did so over at the level of Queen Street and Dundas.
Yeah.
Because at this level, things were too big. Now, the Danforth had been sketched out practically back to the beginning of Toronto, but it was only in the first couple of decades of the 20th century that you begin to see construction. So in a lot of ways, the Danforth, even this established strip, directly coterminous with Bloor, it is an almost purely 20th century construction, I'd say. Some exceptions, but this is a much newer part of town. Now, I do like that pizza mural. That, well, like the signage. It's interesting.
I remember they tried to make that the logo for a while.
Huh.
And I think it was just widely rejected because everyone's just like, why are you being fancy? You pizza.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that guy's just not, I don't know what's going on there.
But yeah, no, and of course there is a long history here on the Plater estates. The family, they had connections going back to the early colony. And their lands have since been subdivided into a neighborhood. But yeah, so we are in a definitely newer part of Toronto than the one we were walking in. That was 19th century, this is 20th century.
Yeah.
And that's a Broadview streetcar. Lovely.
So the Broadview Diner is connected to the Lakeview Diner, right?
I think it's actually a separate.
Is it?
I think
I
it's,
thought that they were run by the same.
Okay, I did not know that. I remember, like, before the Broadview, there was the New York Diner.
Okay.
I did eat there a couple of times. It was, like, very fine, very basic food. Had been there for a while. Closed during COVID.
Of course.
Oh, now that's rare. A street-level Burger King.
Yes. Well, that's the one I went to, and they tried to charge me money for adding pickles and lettuce and onions to the burger, and I was just like, you're already charging like $12 for a crappy burger, and you're not even gonna throw in the condiments, the toppings for free? This place deserves to go to hell. I will leave you alone now.
I have to admit, I tend to default to A&W. I like the promos, and they've got onion rings, so...
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Of course, we're walking in a neighborhood that used to be very famously Greek, and they made a huge sort of focus from Greek immigration in the mid-20th century.
Yes.
There's since been a lot of suburban diffusion.
Yep.
But, as is always the case,
St.
yeah.
Paul and the Broken Bones, Cobra. Oh, Cobra's playing. That could be interesting. I always like to see who's playing at the Danforth.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing I have to do this week is my taxes.
Ah,
That's always fun.
yes.
But luckily, I didn't make a lot, so I still owe a lot of money. Which doesn't sound right, but you'd be surprised.
Oh.
Who do I recognize?
Well, John Cameron Mitchell.
Alyssa Edwards, Corinne Bailey Ray's coming. Ingie's coming. That could be cool. Who's the one you were looking for?
John Cameron Mitchell, the filmmaker.
Okay.
Former.
Don't think I know them.
Um,
The Wallflowers. Oh, Twerp's come. I'm gone. No, crap. That's unfortunate.
oh.
All right. Yeah, I was friends with someone who was in the band Twerp.
Ah,
Haven't seen him in a couple of years, but really good guy. We worked together every year for. We worked together at Snakes and Lattes for like 6 years.
oh, cool.
Yeah. But like we literally opened the store together, so it was just me and him the whole time. It was great. Very, very nice. Twerp, no. Oh, yeah, yeah. I hate that it's literally here while I'm gone. I'm just like, oh, no. But I am wondering if they are doing like a cross Canada tour, maybe I can find them when I'm on the road. That would be cool.
Why not?
T.O. Cafe, Z80. Factory Girl's good. If you haven't got a chance to try them out, they're really good.
I have not, but very cool.
But Danforth's a beautiful street.
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
really like it.
It's a very vibrant. I would say that its vibe compares a bit in the West End, maybe to the Annex before it became quite so gentrified.
Yeah, right?
Like there's still a nice diversity of stores here.
I've covered several of their tracks on their channel, Time to Shine, Polygon, and Tactile Sensation. Oh, super cool. I should reach out, see if they're, well, he'll never come back to Toronto. Who are you kidding? Oh, they've been going for about 10 years now. Well, they've been active for longer than that. But like, they kind of blew up about 10 years ago. It's nice to see them kind of continuing to do really cool stuff. The doggos all look happy today. Of course they're happy. They get to go outside and it's not raining. Perfect day.
It's a good day.
Whoa, that's an interesting unit. Look at that, down a little halt and just nestled in there. A really vibrant purple and... You don't see purple and terracotta together very often.
No, that feels... I like that.
Do you think every walk with purpose needs a defined goal, or can purpose emerge naturally along the way, kind of like porpoise just moving through the ocean? I think
the latter things can emerge.
I think purpose can emerge.
I mean, I think things have been emerging here. We're heading from downtown Toronto into the East End.
Yep.
Seeing a newer city form a different one.
Sometimes just a connection with a friend can be enough. That's my thought.
Indeed.
And also sometimes Randy just needs to get out of the house and do something that he's not doing. I'm saying Randy, but I really mean myself. But I can imply Randy, and that way it doesn't feel so just a me thing.
Yeah. So East Ministry United Church on the north side.
Yes. Beautiful church.
Beautiful church and a very good performance space.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would be a good place to do the show. The benches painted a kind of barfy green. Is that a new thing? Maybe they just wanted to make it easier to clean up on Mondays. Anything's possible.
Yeah. Yes, actually, did go with Pierre and a friend of
All right,
his.
let's see how these are compared to everywhere else. So yeah, did food prices explode? Because it kind of feels like food prices exploded.
They have exploded.
Because like 2 days ago, I was walking by with Mickey, and we walked by a fruit market, and it was just like there was a giant thing of strawberries for like $1 each. And the next day, I went back to the fruit markets, and they were up to like $2-3 a piece. It's like this doesn't sit right in my brain.
Energy spiking is not good.
No.
Yeah, no, East Ministry was great. I actually saw Beverly Glenn Copeland performance there with Pierre and a friend of his.
Okay.
Very famous trans musician, ambient new wave music. Very good performance. Great acoustics.
All right.
And yeah, so I mentioned the Greek history of the city. So you can actually see the street sign on Hampton Avenue. There is a transliteration of the name in Greek.
How interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and looking to the north, there is Carrot Common. That is a bit of a commercial complex, specializing in a lot of like independent stores, organic food shops, and the like.
Yeah. Do you think purpose is something we find or something we create? Something we create, for sure.
Something created.
Yeah. Food prices are definitely creeping up again. Yeah. That tracks. Hello, Damon. Good to see you today.
Hello.
Are we born with a purpose, or are we just winging it? I think the whole idea of purpose is kind of, the more you try to like, I feel this way about like fate and purpose and to a lesser extent religion, but I'm just kind of like, I feel like if you put your destiny or your plans in the fate of anything else, you are essentially deferring responsibility from actions. And what I mean by that is I'm just like, I used to kind of have this thought where I'm just like, everything will work out. Like, God has a plan. I'm going to be able to do these things. I used to just kind of think that way. And now I'm just like, no, if I don't put the action in now, I will not get the things that I need tomorrow. So it's hard to start, but once you start figuring things out. And then as you go through, things get better and better. And the more you do, the better it gets. So
yeah,
you just got to be determined And you got to take responsibility for yourself and your own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So even if there is such a thing as fate and destiny, I don't think it's wise for us to rely on that. I think it's more wise to put the action and effort in today in order to ensure that we have as close to that destiny or that want as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the whole fate and destiny thing is a bit of a misnomer.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's a category mistake. And I'm also reminded of the story of the guy, well, I'm sure you know it, the man who was on the rooftop in a flood zone area,
Oh, yeah.
praying to God to save him. One boat comes by, he says, I'm waiting for divine savior to be saved by God.
Yeah.
Second boat, got a helicopter, then the water rises and he drowns. Then God tells him, what happened? I sent 2 boats and a helicopter.
Yeah. Very that. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of things. You also like get the opportunities that you go for. So if you're not like auditioning for things, you won't get cast in anything. If you're not actively working hard on stuff,
Yeah.
then you're not going to get it.
You can't just wait at the malt shop all day hoping that someone will discover you.
Yeah. Oh, super chat. Oh, thank you, Damon.
Yay.
That technically means you get to make a song request, and then I have to sing for you. So, yeah, if there's one that comes to mind, let me know. Randy's story was in an episode of The West Wing, probably.
Yeah.
It's a very common saying.
It's in the culture.
Yeah,
When across the street is the Alexander the Great Parquet.
sure
We
thing.
did stop by there. It was built in the early 90s when the Macedonia crisis was building. A park built to underline how there was one part of Macedonia, the Greek Alexander the Great, was there, did exist, did do big things, and was definitely Greek.
Yep.
And of course, he put it in the middle of Greek town because why not?
Where else would you put it?
Indeed. Also next to an outpost of Red Rocket Cafe, one of the smaller but still pretty good independent coffee chains.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Well, well, we have chosen the wrong time to be here.
We have.
Shall we continue onwards?
We shall.
All right.
I would just like to point out the beautiful tiles at the bottom of this empty fountain. They are very iridescent, I think.
It is a very beautiful tile. Right. Well, Damon, thank you so much for the super chat. It really means a lot. Literally helps us keep going. So whenever anyone feels the want or desire to do that, it helps us out so much. You have no idea. But it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. And we'll be booping soon. Nothing to boop there. There is the one statue of Alexander over there, but at the same time, he is being guarded by someone, and I don't want to go to any of the gentlemen here and be like, can I boop your nose? I feel like that would be rude.
Well,
But we haven't booped anything yet today, have we?
I don't think we have.
We're about an hour in, so we need to figure something out. We'll get there. We'll do it up. We'll make it happen.
Things.
Boop, boop. Oh. Tis a beautiful day. It's actually getting warmer.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't know the name of the artist who does those swirls, but literally everywhere in the city.
I like them.
You see them everywhere.
I like them.
What's on $1 hot dogs during Jays games? Ooh, my. That's a good price.
Yeah.
Was it me and you who walked back through the back alley, or was that me and Knight?
I think you and Knight.
That might have been Knight.
Yeah.
But that was a fun little venture. I didn't even know there was so much stuff back there.
Oh, lovely. But yeah, and like this streetscape, like differs from a lot of the ones downtown we've seen in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Most notably, this is all pretty low level, like 2 or 3 story commercial construction.
That's a weird combination in my head. Mexican sushi.
I mean, Mexican seafood.
Mexican seafood makes sense in my brain, but Mexican sushi seems off.
I mean, passing by rereading, which
Yes.
lovely. Well, I mean, Prince Edward Island was one of the top suppliers of tuna to Japan for their sushi, so there can be unexpected sushi connections all over the place, I think. I like it.
If a millionaire gave you $100,000 right now, what's the first completely irresponsible thing you'd buy? A couch. I'd buy a couch. I need a couch. Our couch is very uncomfortable. And it's hit the point where I'm just like, it's actually causing like issues. So I'd buy, I know that's not completely irresponsible, but I'm just like, it's probably what I'd buy. Because otherwise it would just be like, I'd buy a couple video games that I want.
Mm.
That's about it. I'm very boring. No, an aquarium. I'd buy an aquarium.
Aquarium.
I want an aquarium.
How big?
Unreasonably large.
Well, I think unreasonably large is actually...
That's the irresponsible thing I would get. I'd get an aquarium.
Unreasonably large is actually probably responsible for the fish, because I was into aquariums for a time, and they need volume.
They do need volume.
Goldfish are supposed to be able to grow, and I did try.
Yep. And it's irresponsible to put them in the ocean or the water. How do you like your poutine? Inside of me.
But yeah. So 2 or 3 stories. It's has a much less metropolitan vibe than Bloor Street does.
Oh, for sure.
Much lower skylines.
It's just nice. But you still have like the impressiveness of these random sculptures that stick out.
Oh yeah, it's part of a big city, and I have always liked this church.
My couch is also falling apart, but it is easy to fall asleep on, so not in a hurry to get rid of it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the dichotomy of couches. Will this hurt you? Maybe. But is it also kind of nice? Yeah. Mind you, I am also just trying to walk around more, which is helping to make sure that I don't just, evaporate on a couch into a little circle. Is this a poser painting? Because that background looks very poser-esque.
Huh.
Oh my God, literally picked him out right away. You can see the
Oh, wow.
You can see the name in the corner.
Yep, poser. Colors.
Clearly been tagged over, unfortunately.
Most unfortunately.
Yeah. He is someone who I'd like to get on the stream one day.
Agreed.
Oh, I will say my Jane's Walk was approved.
Oh, yay.
So I'm doing a Jane's Walk on WalkTubing.
Lovely.
And all the places downtown that are known for good for WalkTubers. I am also going to try to talk to more WalkTubers to find out more about the history of it.
Right.
Go in different places, seeing different things.
Gotta do what you gotta do. And here we are coming up onto Pape Avenue, which will soon be notable for having 2 subway stations on it.
Yes.
Pape, which will become an...
Should we go south, or do we want to keep going, or?
How do we go east?
Sure. You just passed Starbucks coffee. Does it taste the same as in USA? What is the best coffee brand in Canada? I would say Starbucks is fine.
Yeah.
It's like, it'll do in a pinch, but it's not great. Will the building be featured in your Jane's Walk? How dare you read me so accurately? Yes, it absolutely will.
Yeah. I like Second Cup.
Second Cup is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, Pape. So there's a Pape station, which will become an interchange station. Then Cosburn station will be built further up the line as it runs up towards Eglinton.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like Second Cup. They do have nice flavored coffees. I like that.
Just a good balance to it too.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. Well, we are 1 hour in, so allow me to do something quickly. My name is Matti. If you are new here, I am Toronto. I am a tour guide in the city, and if you or someone you know is coming to the city, please consider booking my services for a quick tour based around your interests. So I do walking tours around the downtown. You can find my services below via Tour and TripAdvisor. Please check it out. I'm joined today by Randy. You can follow him at The Scene Toronto, so please should you check him out.
Please do.
And in addition to that, if you or someone you ever know are enjoying yourselves right now, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel out in a great way, and we'd love to have you come back sometime. So, enjoy. We're going to go back to the walk now.
Yeah. And so the construction hoardings along here are all put up because of the Ontario line, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, of course. It was a horse, of course, of course.
You got it.
This is some loud music coming up. I don't like this.
La 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 la.
Right? I'll have to see where it goes from. This place is just called Wigs. Oh, it says hello,
dear.
Randy.
Hello.
Steven says hello. Well, that's good. We're covering it with our body now, so they won't be able to hear it. What is one of your last childhood memories that still makes you smile? Oh, best childhood memories. That's different.
Oh.
You capturing that national bird?
Multiples.
Multiple national birds. Do you have a really good childhood memory that still makes you smile? I feel like that's such a broad question. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
it almost just like, what's your best childhood memory of this that makes you smile? Because like I could say of movies, and I could be reminded of like going to the movies with my parents. The first movie I ever saw in theaters, which was Beauty and the Beast, by the way.
Oh.
Do you remember the first movie you saw in theaters?
I do not.
Yeah.
Ontario
Line is making a huge footprint in Pape and Danforth. Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
It is indeed. Ooh, walking by Espana's flag.
Plateau.
Well, what if we walk down the next street? I think it's...
I like that.
Yeah. And then we can head back on College or Dundas or whatever.
I agree. Independent dollar store.
Fluff me up. Coffee, desserts, and gifts.
Okay.
I mean, odd choice of words, but also, I like most of those things.
It is there.
Let's talk flower. Mirevoir, to marvel to see. Oh, it's a tattoo parlor.
Oh.
Wasn't expecting that, actually.
But yeah.
Yeah, even just with turning off the Wi-Fi, I am noticing a sharp increase in how well the battery is being held on for.
Good.
So that's encouraging. I might actually, between that and the battery saver, I think we got some actual. We're cooking with fire now.
Yeah. Oh, the new location of McTamney's, the old pawn shop that used to be on Lower Church Street.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Church and Queen used to be the nexus of a few different pawn shops over the little neighborhood,
Yeah.
probably related to all the camera shops being there for all I know.
Which makes sense.
It's since been displaced by condo construction, but McTamney's ended up here.
Should we walk south at Jones, or should we go to the next one?
How about Jones?
Sure. Mr. Jones and me. Let's see. If someone only speaks French, would it be enough to communicate and live for good in Canada? Of course.
Yeah. I mean,
Français, c'est bon.
yeah, it just depends on like where you'd be doing it.
True. I mean, especially if you're in Quebec, that's kind of expected there.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're in Quebec, you could definitely get along. I think, well, according to statistics, the latest data I've seen from Statistics Canada, of the 8 million people in Canada whose first language is French, half of them it's their only language.
Fair.
And yeah, like it's a sufficiently large and connected pocket that you can.
Counting Crows, yes, that was Counting. I love that song. That was one of my karaoke songs for years.
Like, Counting Crows.
Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales, and we stare at the beautiful women.
Oh dear.
She's looking at you, I don't think so. She's looking at me, smiling in the black light, coming through in stereo. When everybody loves you, you can never be alone. That one, right? I love how anytime I sing, I'm guaranteed to lose at least one person. I'm still here. Thank you, Otterly. Thank you for not abandoning me in my time of need. Or I should say greed. So anytime you sing, you're just being greedy. No one else likes to hear other people sing. But they enjoy the act of singing themselves. And when you do, it's a joyful noise.
Singing can
Some
be.
people are just noisier than others. I'm guessing to keep gardens out. But you know what this means. Boop.
Boop.
We got him. We got our boop in.
Oops, sorry.
Do you believe we'll ever reach a point where AI surpasses human intelligence? Human intelligence, yes. Human wisdom, no.
I
feel like just the sheer act of it being able to comprehend every possible option at the same time, by its sheer definition, intelligence will surpass our own. Technically, Wikipedia already surpasses. But the trick is that it is amalgamating all of the information that has been put out there. If every human was to collectively put together all of our intelligence, we would outweigh every possible learning model forever to an extreme, because we would literally understand that is God. Like, that is the kind of omnipotence intelligence.
Yeah. That would be Taylor de Chardin talking about the new sphere. Yeah, that would be
It would be
it would be a singularity.
Yeah. At that point, it would be all of us with one consciousness. We would technically be more intelligent than any kind of intelligence, because not only would we have the actual facts, which is what AI pulls from, but we also have the lived experience and creativity and the humanity that makes it worth knowing.
Yeah. For good and for ill, though, I'd point out. Lots of people make mistakes.
That's true. And sometimes, like, inevitably, there are lots of things that I could teach many people about specific mistakes that I have made.
Oh, yeah.
But, what's over there? That looks like a nice little park.
Did you want to?
Yeah, let's do.
On y va.
On y va.
Why?
Allons-y.
Sûrement.
Yeah, that's my thought with AI.
Yeah.
What street are we on right now?
We are on. Take a quick look. We are on Strathcona Avenue,
Okay.
and we are approaching Kempton Howard Park.
Kempton Howard Park. Hey, Roddy. Good to see you today. This is a cute little park.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's not even a stop sign there. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like this part of Toronto does have a habit of having some pretty substantial parks that are located just off of the main street,
right?
off of Danforth.
Like, this is charming.
It
I don't know
is.
if I've ever seen this little park before.
I know I haven't. Yeah.
So what was his name?
Howard Kempton, I believe.
Howard
Kempton Park.
Wait, not the same Kempt from Kemptville, is it? Probably not. That seems ridiculous. That seems too far away.
But
I was like, this is a cute little park. I feel like this park would be like the main attraction in most small town Ontarios.
oh yeah, definitely.
But here it's just like a hidden little gem.
Yeah.
Not quite a dog area over here. Almost like a little splashdown zone.
Yeah.
At least the makings of one, at least.
Yes, named after a youth worker who was killed in the neighborhood in 2003.
Oh no.
So it's a memorial in part, but
Well, it's a beautiful memorial then.
I was going to say that.
Little baseball diamond down there.
Yeah, Kempton Howard. Yeah. Member of the Boys and Girls Club.
What a super cute little space.
Yeah.
Got a little. I wonder if that's supposed to be them at the top, as like a memorial.
Want to go down and check?
We can.
The trackers aren't going to stun you if you diverge from your path?
No, we're fine.
Okay. Good.
I turned them down.
Ah,
Now it's just a pleasurable little whisper in my ear.
okay, good.
So let's find out who this person was. It doesn't say.
Let's see. No.
But, cute little piece.
Yeah. And in the Toronto Star article about him, he was a youth worker, very much well loved by the community. And yeah,
Well, very nice.
a nice mural in multicultural Toronto.
Yep. I would not be surprised if this was actually done by like a group of students or...
Oh, it's
I can almost guarantee it, eh? That's very cute.
yeah.
That's the park from this way.
Yes, oh, and a cemetery across the street, which
Oh,
that
wow.
actually did take me by surprise, didn't it?
That's a surprise right there. Yeah. That's a really unusual layout for a cemetery too.
Yeah. So, Chevra.
Oh, it looks like it's
I
a
believe
Jewish
it's a Jewish
park.
cemetery. Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, like a lot of the tombstones just look really fresh and new.
Yeah, and it's all protected and yeah.
Huh.
So what about Eastview Neighborhood Community Center? The murals were on the north face of that wall.
Mm-hmm. Little community garden here too.
Yeah. Pretty
A
active.
cute little piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say that this, if you told me right now, wiped my memory from earlier today, and told me that we were in Hamilton or Kitchener right now, I'd believe you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this definitely does not feel like classical Toronto.
This is very Waterloo coded.
Oh yeah, it's very like, you know, there's a few 100,000 people here maybe.
Mm-hmm. Slightly too big for Northern Ontario,
Yeah,
but like,
and that tower is definitely too big for Kingston.
and certainly too big for North Bay.
But yeah. Just a chill area.
It's got a vibe to it.
It's nice.
Nice area. Peaceful, calm. Cute in its own way.
Completely.
Why do cemeteries feel peaceful to some people but creepy to others? I think it all depends on your own relationship to death.
Yep.
If you can acknowledge that's just like these are people who lived and they impacted the world in ways that we'll never fully understand. And some people just don't like to live with the thought of that, you know, eventually one day that will happen to us.
Yes.
Nice little bit of mortality in the middle of a stream. It's like, today is lovely. Also, one day we're going to die.
We're all gonna die.
We're all going to die. I mean, except for me, as we have indicated last time. Was that you or was that with Pixie and Rob? I think that was with you. Where it's like, everyone else will die. I won't, but everyone else will.
That's great. I'm glad that you've got that sorted out.
Yes, of course. Denial is a strong river. This is one of the first Jewish cemeteries in Toronto, established in 1883 and consecrated in 1896. Second oldest cemetery in Toronto, still active.
Makes sense.
That's amazing. Especially considering it's so small.
Yeah. Well, Toronto's emergence as one of the major Jewish centers of the world was really only, I'd say, a mid-20th century phenomenon.
That's true.
For most of Canada's history, Jewish settlement was concentrated, particularly in Montreal. And it was only after a lot of immigration did take off, most recently the post-Soviet immigration, that you really saw numbers of Jews in Toronto really grow.
Yep.
Because remember, for most of Toronto's history, the Irish Catholics were the main exotic immigrant community. Toronto was not quite as multicultural as it is now.
Not quite.
And by not quite, I mean, haha,
Not
no.
at all.
Haha, no. No. Yeah. It's coming up on Boltby Avenue.
Boltby Avenue. You said you're going to die one day. What do you think people should focus on most in life if time is limited? Honestly, each other. The only thing that makes a life worth living is how you positively impact other people.
Yeah. It is fundamentally relational
Yeah.
life, I think.
There is nothing more miserable than someone who cuts off from other people.
Sorry.
Do we want to go this way or go?
How about we go this way?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Oh, let's look at the sparrows.
I'm enjoying this little neighborhood.
Oh, robins.
Christopher?
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yes. He's got a puff to him. Looks like quite the little,
Yeah, it's a pretty peaceful.
very peaceful little neighborhood. I remember I had a similar thought recently with someone about how people are just like, oh, the only thing that matters is like what you think about it or what you do about it. And just like, no, the only thing that matters is how you impact. Because technically you can be a great person on the inside and do all the right things on the inside. But unless you actually act on them, then you're not actually doing anything.
Thoughts and prayers.
And if you're acting on the wrong things, or if you're doing the right things for the wrong reasons, that's still better than not doing the right things.
Oh, better than abandoning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because at least then you'll have done some right things.
Right.
If you do the wrong things for the right reasons, it can be understandable, but at least you've still done something and tried to. Doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons, that's the inexcusable part.
Ah.
I don't know, I had this whole idea where I'm just like, man, a lot of us have very active thought lives. And a lot of us have things that we constantly wish or did or thought we did better, we kind of worked through. But yeah, unless you actually act upon them or do the things, there's not really much you can do.
Yes. You don't want to be Walter Mitty, I think.
No.
And Gerrard Square is on just the other side.
Yes. Garden gnomes, European myths about small spirits that worked in mines and on farms, became popular in Germany, and especially good luck charms protect gardens from evil spirits. Oh, that's cute. I don't think I ever knew the story about garden gnomes before.
Did you want to try to look for the overpass?
Sure.
Okay. I think we're quite near it.
Well, imagine if we go up to the corner here.
Oh,
We should be able to just find the cut across from right there.
completely.
You would think. Because I feel like we came the other way last time we were in the area.
Yeah. Remember.
But if we cross here, we can kind of just go up from there. So I think we can just turn and go south.
Oh, yeah.
Our daily routine streams are cool. Imagine sweeping up the place sometimes, like cafes, parks, or random spots might add a fresh vibe. I think something like that would be good. Sidewalk closed, walk closed.
I don't know. You can just type it in.
Here's the thing. The other part about that is I know I can just kind of log on and do the same thing every day. But I would like to do stuff that keeps people engaged and gets more people involved. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm always open to hearing what they think the next steps would be for this. Because otherwise if you don't evolve, you die, right?
Exactly.
So how do you evolve this kind of thing? And I've been doing it by bringing different people on board and talking and having the more walking talks. So you can join and actually become a part of a friend group in a way.
Parasocial activities matter.
Parasocial activities can be a big part of things.
Yeah. People like. I know, so I certainly like coming up every Tuesday and seeing the same people who've heard the chat.
Yep. But also because the seasons changed to like nicer weather. Funny enough, less people want to see nice weather than they want to see you being miserable.
Yep.
Which is kind of a dichotomy in that weird way.
It is a bitch. Go trains passing to the east. Toronto Regional Transit.
Go trains.
Go trains. Yes.
Go trains, slow trains. Get off the road, trains.
Oh, wow.
One thing I want to do one time is to have one of my comedian friends come on board with me,
Okay.
and we'll do a bad tour guide tour of Toronto,
Oh.
where it's just like, this is the tower. It is big. It was built a while ago and is currently used as a fireworks factory. Just stuff that's like objectively not true, just to
Oh.
see how absurd we can get.
Well. Yeah. So the Carlaw station of the Ontario line will be over there. And now the Toronto skyline begins to unveil itself.
It's funny, from here the CN Tower looks like it's a lot more north than it is.
Yeah.
I just assumed all of your friends are comedians. I mean, some of them. We're making more of them. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you today.
Andrew.
Andrew says hello, Randy.
Hello. Yeah.
So there's some construction going on from a better viewpoint. You can see the size that the station is actually going to be. It will take them a while to do it, but hopefully by winter it'll be, at least the foundation should be leveled out by then.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some walls put up so they can actually work on the interior parts. Then it's just the trains.
Arcing towards the downtown.
Is that part of the new train? That one at the end?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Is that train rail going to be one of the ones that's going to be part of the new train?
Possibly.
So I wonder if the route's just going to go along the...
Oh, well, for this length of the Ontario line, it will coexist with
sometime in the
existing
2030s.
trains.
But Stephen, they promised before then. They would never lie to us.
Oh, and here we go.
Choo choo. Hello, Too Quick. Good to see you today. So is that the one coming from Hamilton?
That'll be coming from Oshawa, I think.
Oshawa.
They're coming from the east, the direction of Scarborough.
Gotcha. So that'd be the Scarborough line then.
Yeah.
How long are you streaming for? Oh, hard to say. We'll just probably meander our way back to college and whatever street we're on. We're on Gerrard now. Might just wander back through Gerrard and then go to wherever.
Perfectly legit. I have to have my
Just here to see the porpoise. Oh, you missed the porpoise.
Yeah. Gerrard Square. Along with the Dufferin Mall, one of the bigger...
Hello, Carl. How are you both? How's Randy doing? I am doing well. How are you, Randy?
I am doing well. It's nice to be out.
Yes.
I have been still getting over a bit of a bug, a cold or something, but it's good to be out.
It is good to be out. Another friend of mine went to Gerrard and Church Street, and there was a type food restaurant that she ate at, and the food was really good. Oh, that's great. Hello, Ali. Good to see you, buddy. I'm planning on doing a stream from the airport around 5 p.m. I hope you can stop by. It'll be your first stream from the airport. I won't be able to stop by the airport, but I'll definitely drop by the stream.
Okay. And, very good. So, airport, what's the new restaurant at Church and Gerrard? Thai?
I don't know. They were just at a restaurant by Church and Gerrard.
Okay.
I'll tell you which one. Here, let me just see if I can. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not able to ensure I'm following you from here, but I hope that I can find it when I get home. I'll look it up and see if I can find the restaurant. Thank you, Too Quick. Yeah, if you are able to send me a link or something, I'll definitely tune in. So you're at the Pape area now. That bridge, remember that one? Yeah, it's distinctive. It is very distinctive.
Pape and Gerard. Oh yeah.
Sumtum. It was called Sumtum.
Okay, yes. Rings a bell.
Thai food restaurant, church in Gerard. Very nice. Oh, the LCBO.
Indeed.
The necessary evil.
Yep.
I guess it's not overly necessary. They could just sell everything from convenience stores, but that seems silly.
Giving up.
Kind of.
Yeah. Like the beer store is more dispensable, I think.
Yeah, well, the beer store's just gone now, isn't it?
Oh. Well,
I
yeah,
think there's a
case in
couple,
point.
maybe, that people can return bottles to, but I'm just like, I think that's it.
Yep.
The Lickbo. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Man, there's one restaurant down here. The people that work there are real jerks.
Ooh. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, they did let Rihanna and Drake film the music video in their parking lot.
That's
so.
true. Oh, not the parking. I thought it was the business itself.
Oh, parking lot and business, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Kind of makes you wonder how that Pape and Gerard area was built and how that's a really odd looking area. I'm sure there's history in there somewhere as to how it came about.
yeah, well, I mean, like one thing where it's a railway area, right? Pape and Gerard were coming on to Carlaw, and yeah, the main eastbound railroad heading from Union Station, it goes directly above our heads right now.
Yeah.
And soon it will coexist with the Ontario line. So it's always been a more, you know, like there was
Cherry
like
blossoms, any idea when the blossoms will bloom? They're already starting.
already starting. That's correct. But yeah, Carlaw. Where shall we keep going west?
Yeah, do you want to just keep going back?
I like it.
Look at them jerks. It's the kind of place you go into and you want them to treat you like garbage, and they do.
Yes. To make a very high spice.
They are already fully blossomed in England, they're just turning pink. I am in Toronto. I will say, if you catch me yesterday during the manhunt, I was by Queen's Park, and they did have the thing there.
Okay.
Words are failing me right now. The cherry blossoms are blooming around Queen's Park, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the new material in Paper Station gonna go by there? New material in Pape Station? Probably.
Yeah, like so that intersection is going to have be Carlaw Station. So yeah, like we've actually walked by we together have walked by most of the future stations of the Ontario line below the Danforth actually.
Just about most of them.
I mean like Exhibition Place on East right from here.
Yeah. Together we've probably looked at and passed by most of them.
Yeah.
Manhunt, did you catch anything? Not quite. I came second on Manhunt Monday. Green Knight came first, he got 6 points. I came second with 5. I think me and Liam tied, actually, let's be fair. Estimated peak is April 27th in High Park. We'll see.
It is a very good people watching event.
Jesus. It could be fun just to go there and then set up a camera and then just watch the people watching the cherry blossoms.
That's half the reason I go.
Yep. I saw the manhunt on this stream and on Green. Fair.
Yes.
I'm not able to turn them into a unified video until tomorrow, but I shall do my best.
Oh, speaking of the Ontario line, what do you think of the apparently finalized list of station names they came up with?
Oh, I haven't heard anything about them.
Okay, well, Exhibition is a start, no change.
No?
King West, that would be the Liberty Village.
Yeah.
Well, King and Bathurst. Then Chinatown,
Okay,
which makes sense.
that does make sense.
Osgood, Queen, Moss Park. Corktown is going to become Distillery District. Then we've got East Harbour. Then Leslieville. That's going to be that's the former Riverside.
Yeah.
Gerrard, that's going to be back there.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Gerrard doesn't have a station named after it, does it?
Yeah, it will now.
That's kind of funny when you think about it.
Yeah. And then it will be Pape, Cosborne, Thorncliffe Park, Flemington Park, and then, instead of Ontario Science Centre, Don Valley.
They should call it Science Center just out of spite.
I agree.
Put Science Center back in.
Oh, Doug Ford. Buying a jet and then having to sell it, really.
Oh, he had to sell it?
Yep.
Good. Oh, that makes my day a little better. As if he thought he could get away with buying a jet.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Tiny little prop plane? Sure. A jet? No.
What do you need it for?
We should just make him have to take Via Rail from now on.
Economy.
Yes. Make it be like if you're making policies that affect this particular thing, you should have to ride that particular thing. You're affecting TTC? Okay. You are now mandated to take TTC. That's only fair, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You can take it with security guards. I don't care.
Here we are, entering East Chinatown.
We're entering East Chinatown. When me and my ex ran Yield Dandies, it was over here.
Look
There
what
was
he's
a-
pointing out.
It was a table flippery and escape room.
Yes.
Could you see Dougie Ford on an e-bike? I think he could afford to be on an e-bike.
The e-bike is for him.
Yeah. They're not expensive. They're certainly less expensive than a jet.
Yep.
He is constantly making policies and everything that affect bikers. Why does he get to do that if he's not riding a bike?
Just want to point across the street there is the St. Anne's Roman Catholic Church. Interesting design. Looks no spires. Almost looks more like an upscale bank building.
I would say a mausoleum.
Right. Even better.
Yes.
And across the street, the very 1960s modernist Buddhist Eastdale Collegiate Institute.
Yeah.
Which I like the top.
It is a neat top part.
Yeah.
So that entire area must just be an open area then.
Something I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that looks like it should be.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very brutalist functional.
Sort of functional, interesting, a bit alien. I like it.
Yes.
I almost want to say that Tiff should have filmed an episode there as like a backdrop, like in the colony. Anyway.
Funny thing, Gazzola Paving got the contract for the highway and the airport roads, and his family got a free paving job of their plaza's parking lot. Well, that doesn't technically sound like a bribe, but that sounds like a bribe.
It reminds me of a famously hard-fought by-election on Prince Edward Island, the one seat that would determine who gets to form the government. The word was, if it moves, pension it. If it doesn't, pave it. While passing by the location of ECW Press, one of the many smaller independent presses, along with the associated Anik Press, which is a kids publisher.
Yahua Supermarket. Oh, how much are the strawberries there? That would be telling.
Shall we cross?
Maybe?
Why not?
We can. By the way, do we need to stop somewhere for like a drink for you or something?
I'm good.
Okay.
I am going to make it to Taco Tuesday at College Park. That's good. I think we can dash. Oh,
Maybe not.
But yeah, because like a Chinese
Oh,
supermarket.
it's 2 for $5. Never mind.
Oh,
That's too much for strawberries. I will see you soon. I have to get ready for my evening. I have so much to do. I wish you all the best of luck, buddy. Looking forward to potentially seeing it when you go live.
live. Carl Ross.
Oh, and for those who are still here, thank you for joining us. Just checking out a little secret part of the area.
Yeah.
So yeah, where Golden Shine Trading Ltd was. We were the downstairs building.
Okay.
I do wish I could start up something like that again, but I don't feel like it would. Not quite sure how I would do that.
An escape room.
35 likes now? Heck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Thank you, friends, for liking. I mean, classic. It's also just a really pretty public library over
The
here.
Riverdale branch of the TPL. And yeah. And I
Yeah,
love-
of all the times we've walked, I don't think we walked this particular way.
No. And I do
We
really
walked
like.
down, we walked this way, but we haven't walked
Yeah.
down this way.
We have not. And of course, there is the lovely archway. Ah, yes, the governor's
Oh.
house of the Don Jail. Because remember when the jail was built here, this was not a present suburban area. No, this was on the other side of the malarial Don River,
Yes.
from the poor people living on the other side.
Very nice.
In an industrial factory district. This was not a lovely area with daffodils
No, not at
that
all.
grew freely. But yeah, the Don Jail itself is remarkable architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's a nice shot of the archway, actually.
It's a nice shot of the archway.
Yeah.
We're coming through. Oh, that bus comes like disconcertingly close.
Yes, they can sneak up on you now that they're electric.
They can. Which is kind of nice. It's not
It's
gonna lie.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit disconcerting but then when you realize, wait, buses don't have to be loud. Reminds me of the scene of The Office where Dwight and Andy were fighting over Angela, and Andy just was able to sneak up on Dwight by moving very slowly his Prius under 5 miles an hour. Didn't trigger, so he was able to take him by surprise.
I haven't seen The Office.
Oh, well,
I tried to think about just like, wait a minute, no, I've never seen the show before.
well,
Actually, no, I think I saw the first season.
okay.
I think I might have seen a bit of the second season.
It got better, much better. But anyway, no, that happened when they were having a duel, and he was able to sneak up on him in the car because he was driving under 5 miles an hour, didn't trip the gas engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So
So it's worthwhile show then.
worthwhile show. Yes, and talking about the terrible polluted past of the Don Valley, the incinerator was right there about.
So where that is now.
Well, that is now. So
was that the incinerator building?
no, it's all been demolished, rebuilt. But yeah, the air was not. I would call the air here fresh. Would you?
I would say it's pretty fresh, considering we're above a highway,
Right.
walking along another highway.
It got worse. And the Don River.
Very gentle right now.
Very.
I'm sure that'll change soon. We're walking on our way over to Moss Park.
No, Riverdale Park West.
Oh, yes.
Riverdale Park West. We can.
But if we were to continue, I guess Moss Park's further south.
Yeah,
Well, Regent Park is what I'm thinking.
Regent Park. Yes.
Yes. Incinerators never improve air quality. That is true.
Yeah.
Hard to argue that logic.
Although when they were arguing for it in the early 20th century, they were saying it would be better than the dumps, which kind of makes you wonder until you realize, oh right, they only got protected water systems in it at the end of the 19th century, and then people stopped dying of cholera
That is true.
and typhus, and well,
Other things.
being alive.
Those electric standing scooters move at a right fast clip as another one goes by. And yes, they do. I rode one for like 10 minutes in Edmonton, and it was possibly the
Oh.
scariest experience I've ever had.
Oh,
I was like, I don't think this is for me. I am not meant to go at this speed.
And what I'm thinking, well, you'd be awfully exposed on that. Like even on a bike, there is something, but
Yeah.
it's just you and a little skinny pole.
Yep. See, Edmonton almost worked as a scooter city. Because I'm just like, this is functional. And you can actually just ride them really quickly around. And it's big enough that you need something other than just foot traffic.
Yeah.
Foot traffic isn't as exciting as you think it is.
Yeah, no, like Edmonton is a very well-planned city in a lot of ways.
Joel, never ever go fast. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I couldn't get it to go fast enough so it stayed up. But I also couldn't get it to go slow enough that I felt comfortable.
Multiple squirrels.
It's Squirrel Haven over there.
Oh, yeah. And here we are, Regent Park to the south and Cabbagetown to the north.
Yep. So we're kind of just threading the needle between the middle of them, aren't we?
Yeah. The dividing line.
Sunshine, the sun is popping out. It's actually like this beautiful little moment in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Car first.
Ah.
Boo, car.
Kinetic energy.
There we go. By the way, if you've been walking alongside us, you are coming up to 2 hours. So good job. Keep it up. Move them legs.
Pump up the gem.
Pump up your legs. On your legs. Because your legs are pumping.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, we don't want to get copyright stricken. That's true.
I'm sorry.
That's right. We flew too close to the sun on that one.
Icarus and Daedalus.
We changed a name. Wait, you mean Icarus?
Well, Icarus and Daedalus, like wasn't
Sure.
that like father and son? The father lived to see his son spiral into.
Does walking work the same way as walking? Watching. Does watching work the same way as walking? I mean, technically.
Mm-hmm.
You are still interacting in a way with friends.
Yeah.
Of a sort. That place was called Busy Bee Hair Removers. And it's just going around my brain right now. Because the only thing I think of with Busy Bee is obviously the classic movie, Best in Show. But in addition to that, do you really want anything associated with hair removal to have your other word be B-U-S-Y? Like, all you have to do is add an H in there, and it's the exact thing you're trying to avoid.
Yes, it's true.
Tomorrow is Earth Day. Ooh.
Ooh.
I didn't think about that.
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you, good sir.
Indeed.
Do you think they can, if you went to a restaurant on Earth Day, do you think they'd come out and sing you a song? Happy, happy Earth Day from all of us to you.
If you prearrange.
I don't think you'd get anything for free, though.
No.
Like, we're just really passionate about Earth Day.
Oh.
So, Randy, who do you think are your champions?
My champions.
Who do you think are the people who will help you out when you're not doing it yourself? Because I, for one, am one.
Okay.
Because anytime you come up, I will always tell people to check out your stuff.
Thank you.
And I always encourage people to like and subscribe to your thing.
Okay.
And I want to see your tour guide stuff do well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pierre is very supportive. He'll be receiving the equipment that will be coming in Thursday.
Yes.
So he's my champion. Yes. And yes, and you definitely are, like, not least because it's really nice to be out here. Like, the past week was the flat on my back, not having fun.
That's true.
And it's good to be out.
Normally that's the opposite.
But I'm just... Yes, well...
Yes, well.
I wanted some good to have someone to remind me that, because we all need reminders sometimes that there is a great big city outside and
Yeah.
lots of things that, well, we never saw the Blake Jones neighborhood before,
No.
the park and all that. That was really,
Yeah, I really
Pretty
enjoyed
cool.
that today.
it was. So there's always something. So yeah. I champion you. You can.
Well, I will always champion you. And we will
Awesome.
always champion on this channel.
That would be mutuality. Yes. Thank you.
I will champion everyone, except for Eddie. He knows what he did.
Hey,
No.
yeah. Garden plants.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's at the point where you can actually start to buy flowers and plant them now.
This is true.
When the flowers are coming up by themselves and the trees are almost there, you know, it's the perfect time to get planting.
I would agree.
Oh, and as a note to anyone listening still, if you in any way, shape, or form have someone that you champion, other than me, of course, because I know y'all talk about me highly when I'm not here, but if you have anyone you champion and you want to promote or give them props or the flowers right now, feel free. If it also happens to be Randy, that's also fine too.
Much appreciated. But yeah,
Yep. Now it's just kind of turned into a quiet, peaceful day.
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Passing by the Young Street Mission.
Yes. Upcycling is a big thing these days,
It is.
especially because no one can afford clothes anymore.
God, no. And yeah, like when I have done some debulking, I have dropped stuff off there, so.
actually have some clothes I could probably drop off there.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the hours listed on their website. So, yeah, I've also donated like some hangers.
It makes sense, actually. It's not something you would think about, but probably just as useful to them.
Oh, yeah.
Should we just go up to college and then across, I guess?
Sure.
We just got the red light at Girard, so I'm just like, well, maybe up a block and then over.
Fair enough.
Never a bad idea. Roman Street's always just got such character to it.
It is, yes. Yes, it is not the main street connecting the
Parliament?
governor's home to the parliament, not at all. Oh, but it has taken an interesting second life.
That it
A
has.
century and a half almost after it was created.
Absolutely. Here, the Ben Wicks.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen that particular. Maybe I have. Maybe I have seen that painting before. But I don't know if I've ever acknowledged it before or recognized it.
Yeah, well, like I think Anglo-Canadian, British-Canadian cartoonist Ben Wicks, very popular in the 20-aughts.
Okay.
He had a bar down there, the Ben Wicks pub, that closed maybe almost 2 decades ago, but they kept the art there.
Fair.
So yeah.
Town's local shop online will have your order ready and waiting for you. You know something that pisses me off so much?
What?
The fact that they made Smart Serve something that you have to renew every 5 years.
Oh.
Do you know how much that infuriates me? I'm just like, this is definition of like, you did this once, you don't need to ever do this again. But also, because you legalized cannabis, you snuck in this thing to extract more money from the people who need to make money the most. It's
That sucks.
It fills me with a rage that I don't think I can properly tell. But that's just me.
Well, I just want to vote for someone who can form the government in Ontario provincially.
I actually really like that yellow chair with the purple wall.
That does look
That's
good, doesn't
funky.
it?
That's funky as hell. That's also a very me thing to do. I actually kind of want that chair now. I hope it's not uncomfortable. It probably is, but it looks really cool.
This is true.
And I did qualify that I need a new couch.
Sir, your lock pick.
But a couch is not a chair.
Couch is not a chair.
Now, I like that one.
That is like a good Hanlon's chair right there.
Oh, yeah.
Beachy
Perfect.
beachy.
Fun in the sun.
You know what would be hugely ironic?
What?
A store that made an Earth Day poster using AI.
And you know that exists.
I know that that's something that will be out there
I know it's going to...
and will if it hasn't happened already. Please keep your eyes open for that, because that deserves public shaming.
An Earth Day...
Look, Cheap Friends.
Oh,
I always forget they have one there. I don't think I've ever been to that one.
I have not.
Yeah. So you say you had time.
But yes, so an Earth Day AI poster.
Yeah.
I of course it would have an extra continent.
Yes.
The planet would be a rectangle.
Well, I'm just thinking the amount of pollution it makes to actually just generate a single image in AI.
Oh yeah.
To do that to generate an Earth Day poster. would just be shady.
Oh, well, that's the thing,
Just
right?
be shady.
Well, the big thing with AI, it can achieve a lot, granted, but it's really, really inefficient.
Yes.
How many hundreds of billions of dollars have been spent on data centers, and how much more compact and powerful is a human mind?
Right?
And frankly, the human mind is kind of like pretty massive. I mean, like, look at crows, much smaller brains, but they're as smart as children.
Yep.
So AI's big problem, I think, is that it's massively inefficient.
Yes. But it
Which
also
you'd expect from the first generation, honestly.
Yeah. But it also just lacks life. There is a certain intangible quality to everything it creates that will never be able to understand the fundamental fact about why it makes it, unless it achieves consciousness. But if it does, there is no way to gauge if that's actually a real consciousness or if that's just them putting on something to appear conscious. You know?
Yes, I mean,
If you teach something to say, oh no, I'm alive, and then says, oh no, I'm alive, you haven't actually made life. You've just done something else.
yes. Although we do have
There's
to.
a part of me that's just like, why are my legs so sore today? And then I remember yesterday was Manhunt Monday, so I was running around a lot.
Oh my.
And I was like, I should probably have stretched more before I came out today. But I did not. But that's okay. I can walk it off. And by that, I mean, I will try to walk it off.
Excellent.
I cringe every time I hear AI. We're sorry to bring it up. It does come up as a topic of conversation. Very few things don't come up as a topic for conversation for us.
Yep.
I just mean on the channel in general. But yeah, I like people who are just, anyone who's so proud of their AI achievements, I'm just like, really? You didn't do anything.
Maybe you can do a good prompt.
And just
Maybe.
like, congratulate, if you did a good prompt, then you could say, hey, I'm a decent writer.
Yeah. Hey, do you know what else you can do with writing?
Yeah,
Have you
write
tried
something?
writing something longer?
Yes.
Because yes.
The only thing I've heard that people are actually getting a kick out of with AI these days is literal porn. And I'm just like, I guess, but also you're still ripping off images of people who did not consent to it.
Oh yeah.
So, weird areas.
And AI, well, yes.
And tech bros are just not responsible for anything, of course.
Well, apart from the spread of international fascism.
That's true, that's true. Which thankfully broke in Hungary.
Yes.
Kudos to Hungary.
Congratulations, Hungary.
Maybe that means they'll be back in Eurovision in 5 years. But I don't think they want to race to that right now, because why would they? Why would anyone?
Oh. We'll hope for next year.
Well, I'm just like, it's just ironic to see. It's just problematic. The whole thing's problematic.
There are lots of problems.
The world has lots of problems, and I cannot solve them. But I will keep going because it's all I do. And hey, if we made you smile today, then maybe some part of that is worth it.
Yes.
And if we didn't make you smile today, come back and we'll try again tomorrow.
Yes.
Am I supposed to pee in my backyard during Earth Day? I mean, at this point, it can't hurt. Water the plants.
Yeah. Yeah, just remember it's not so much that we need to protect the poor, fragile Earth, it's that we need to keep the Earth from deciding, okay, you've been here, it's great, bye now.
We need to satiate the Earth to prevent it from rising up and stomping all of us.
We're just
The
kind of
Karate
like,
Kid the musical, oh God.
why?
Right? Just like that one in particular. I'm just like, that doesn't sound right in my brain.
Although I do want to see that Anne Hathaway musical. That seems interestingly off base.
Which one?
Mother Mary,
Ah, yes.
pop
I
star.
should watch a trailer about it.
I have watched it. It looks good. And a lot of criticism.
Look at all the animals. It's like animal.
Indeed. And a lot of criticism makes me think that the negative criticism is people who done by people who don't get the film, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
So, oh, robins.
Well, it's like this big controversy right now with Mouse PI. I don't know if you heard about this, but
I have not.
IGN did a review of a game that's reviewing very well right now.
Yeah.
But it's like a Mickey Mouse, old school Steamboat Willie style shooter.
Okay.
Done up as like all the characters are like private investigators in like a film noir.
Yeah.
But it's a shooter game. And so like you're going around shooting things. There's a lot of cheese puns. But it's
Yeah.
just meant to be like this silly fun shooter game.
Right.
And the criticism that it got from this IGN, which is like a fairly renowned video game review company, the criticism is just like, it's not this enough, it's not this enough. And everyone's just like, it's not supposed to be that. It's literally a shooter about this game. And the guy's trying to say it's not high art because it doesn't understand what film noir is supposed to be. I just like, it doesn't matter what it's supposed to be. What is this game trying to be? You are
Yeah.
judging this on something that you think it isn't,
Like
which
what?
isn't fair to the game or to anyone who's reading the review.
Why,
So-
why doesn't Tetris have a civilization building component?
Yes.
I want to build my civilizations.
But it's very much that kind of narrow. They're just getting a lot of flack these days.
Ugh.
And to be fair, rightfully so. When you're reviewing something, you should review the quality of the thing that you're reviewing and not compare it to fictional other things.
All I'm going to say is that gaming journalism has some proverbial problems which have had surprisingly huge consequences.
Yes.
All I'm saying on that.
Should we cross north and then go across?
Sure.
So where are you off to from here?
College Park for my tacos.
Ah, yes. Would you like to come into Loblaws with me for a second?
Sure.
I just have to go up to LCBO, grab a drink.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good. Sorry. I just stood right in the middle there. All right, friends. Well, with that, a big thank you to Randy for joining us today. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
Lovely as ever to have you.
Lovely to be here. Great to see all of you.
Please follow Randy at the Scene Toronto. And for those who don't know, my name is Matty. I'm a tour guide in Toronto. So if you or somebody you know is coming to the city and you're looking for a unique experience, I will customize a walking tour specifically for you. So please check out my services below at Viator and TripAdvisor. In addition, if you do want to help the channel out, the best way you can do that is by liking and subscribing. It sounds quaint, it sounds trite, but it is very important. And it does help us going in a major way. So thank you for coming back day after day. You're helping to keep this fun going very, very well. And thank you for keeping us moving. It's always good to get such lovely support, and we appreciate it very much. So until next time, everybody, you have a great day, and we'll see you very soon.
Take care.